Jingle bell, jingle all the way. It's almost Christmas. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are back at it again with another Pinterest video. So today we are testing out Pinterest makeup dupes, and I actually filmed one of these a few months ago, and I can't believe it took me this long to film another one because you guys always request me to do these types of videos, and for those of you who've been requesting, I got you. Here's the video. If this is your first time watching these types of videos, basically I went on Pinterest and searched for drugstore makeup dupes that other people have recommended, and there's literally so many on Pinterest, but I've narrowed it down to the ones I really want to try with you guys today, and I have them all right over here. So today we're gonna battle them out with high-end makeup products to see if they're actual dupes and to see if the people on Pinterest are actually telling the truth. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy these types of videos. I know a lot of you enjoy these types of videos, so if you can give it a big thumbs up, it really helps me a lot. Come on, I'm gonna stare at you till you give it a big thumbs up. Come on! Alright, so we're ready to begin. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's do this. Alright, so we are ready to begin. Face is ready, the buns are ready, my shirt is rolled back. That's when you know things are about to get serious. So the first products we're gonna battle out are foundations. So for high-end, I'm using the Benefit Cosmetics Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Foundation, and for drugstore, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Foundation. So the right side of my face is going to be high-end, and the left side of my face is going to be drugstore, and I think I'm gonna start off with drugstore first. And right off the bat, I already like the Benefit one more than the Maybelline one, just because this one has a pump. It makes it so much more easier to apply the foundation. It's less messy, less of a hassle, so I'm already liking this one better than the Maybelline one. But we're gonna test them out. We're gonna see how it works on my face, so I think I'm gonna go with the Maybelline one first, and I'm just gonna apply this right here. See, it's so hard to control. I end up wasting so much product. Not good, Maybelline. Add a pump, please. So I'm just gonna apply this on the left side of my face and just kind of apply it everywhere. A little bit on my nose area. Now I'm going to be using a damp sponge to blend it out, smooth everything out. This is my color. I think I did a pretty good job choosing my color. I also like how it's super easy to blend. It's not too cakey. It feels very lightweight, which is perfect. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the right side of my face, which is the high-end side. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this right here. So right off the bat, this one is a little bit more liquidy than the Maybelline one. It's a lot more runny. As you guys can see that, it's already dripping. Same thing, I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. Ooh, this one might be a little too light for my skin. And again, I'm using a damp sponge. I'm gonna use the other side. This is the side I use for the drugstore side, so I'm just gonna flip it and use this side. So same thing, just blending it in. So right off the bat, I can already tell that the Benefit one is a lot more thicker than the Maybelline. I feel like this one is a little bit more on the heavy side. It's not as lightweight. I'm just gonna keep blending that in. I don't really know how to feel about this. I feel like the Benefit one is drying out my skin for some reason, which is so weird because I've used this foundation in the past. It's definitely creating some sort of patchiness right over here. All right, so my final thoughts, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is not a dupe. I'm gonna give this a thumbs down just because the Benefit one is a lot more thicker than the Maybelline one. I definitely really like the results of the Maybelline one just because it's more lightweight, it's more natural looking versus the Benefit side. For some reason, it's really patchy, especially right over here. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I mean, it could just be my face. Maybe I'm just having a dry skin day. I don't know, but it's definitely not as flattering as the Maybelline side. But that's how I feel right now. These are my final thoughts. These are definitely not dupes, in my opinion. All right, so next we're gonna move on to highlighters. For high-end, I'm using this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Glow Kit, and it looks like this. It's quite big. It's actually really massive. The pans are really big. And for Drugstore, I'm using this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Illuminating palette. So it's fairly similar to the Anastasia kit. Here is what they look like side by side. And just by looking at them, I can definitely see that the Anastasia one is a lot more darker than the e.l.f. one. So we'll see how this goes. We don't know. We can't judge it yet. So let's do some swatches and test it out on my face. But I do like the packaging on the e.l.f. one just because it has a mirror. This one is just, it's way too big and it doesn't have a mirror. The e.l.f. one is winning so far. I'm gonna swatch the Anastasia one first. Gonna clean my fingers so it's not contaminated, and now we're gonna move on to the e.l.f. kit. So here are the swatches, and as you guys can see, the Anastasia swatches went on a lot more smoother than the e.l.f. one, and I'm actually really disappointed because I do like this kit a lot. I don't know what happened. It looks very weird. I'm disappointed, but we'll see. We'll test it out on my face. So I think I'm gonna go with Bubbly, which is this one. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Oh. For the Drugstore side, I'm gonna use this one, which is very close to the one we used from the Anastasia kit. Look at that. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just really like highlighters. All right, so my final thoughts, even though the swatches for the e.l.f. Cosmetics kit was definitely not on fleek, it was very chalky, I'm still gonna give this a thumbs up. Once it's on the face, you really can't tell. There's not much difference. I will say though that the Anastasia one is a lot more pigmented. A little definitely goes a long way. For the e.l.f. one, I'm having to use a lot more product, but you really can't beat the price. They pretty much do the exact same thing. You are getting a lot more product in this one just because the pans are so massive, but again, you can't beat the price. So this one is a dupe for me. All right, so now we're gonna move on to bronzers. For high end, I'm using this one from Too Faced. This is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and it looks like this on the inside. And for Drugstore, we're using Rimmel's Natural Bronzer Bronzing powder, and that is what it looks like. Here is what they look like side by side, and just by looking at them, they look fairly similar, but I think you're getting more product out of the Rimmel one. But I do like the packaging of the Too Faced one just because it has a mirror and also the cap. What is this called? The top part is connected versus this one, it's just a plastic thingy that can get lost. All right, let's battle them out. So I think I'm gonna start off with the Rimmel one, aka the Drugstore side. So I'm just gonna apply this where I need it the most. So that's my hairline, my jawline, and my cheek area. For some reason, it looks really good on camera, but in real life, you can hardly tell. I don't know why it looks so good on camera, but we'll keep going. Now we're gonna move on to the high-end side, and again, I'm just gonna apply this right here. I should probably use a different brush for this, but we're gonna work with what we have right now. All of my other brushes are really dirty. These are the only ones that are not dirty. Okay, this product is definitely way more intense. A little definitely goes a long way with this one. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, and also before I give my final thoughts, let me do a quick swatch as well. All right, so my overall thoughts, I'm gonna go ahead and give this 2 big thumbs up. This is a dupe for me. Once it's on the face, you really can't tell the difference. When I swatched it, yes, there was a major difference. The Rimmel one was a lot more patchy, very chalky. But again, once it's on the face, you really can't tell the difference. And also the price points, you really can't beat Rimmel's price. So this is a yay for me, 2 big thumbs up. I think they're dupes. All right, so now we're gonna move on to eyeliner, which I'm very excited about. You guys know I'm all about the liners. So for high end, I'm using this one from Kat Von D. This is the Tattoo Liner. And for Drugstore, I'm using this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I believe this is new. This is the waterproof eyeliner pen. So I've never used this before. This one from Kat Von D, you guys have seen me use this many times, so I think I'm gonna start off with the e.l.f. one first. I'm always looking for new liquid liners to use, so I'm very excited to try this one. Oh wow. Wow, this one is very, very pigmented. I'm very impressed. It's also very easy to use because it has a felt tip. So let's move on to the Kat Von D one. This product I'm very, very familiar with. This is one of my favorite liquid eyeliners. Okay, so there's no need to beat around the bush. Is that the right term? Beat around the bush. I'm extremely happy with the results. 2 big thumbs up. This is definitely a dupe for me. Here is what they look like swatched. They are very, very similar. If anything, the e.l.f. one is probably a lot more blacker than the Kat Von D one, which is insane because again, you can't beat the price. The e.l.f. one is so much more cheaper. And also, I think I like the e.l.f. one a lot more just because the felt tip is a lot more sturdier, which really helps me create that wing towards the end. So I'm overall so happy about this. I'm so happy Pinterest recommended this to me because if not, I wouldn't have known about it. So thank you, Pinterest. All right, so now we're gonna move on to some lipsticks. For high end, I'm using this one from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the matte liquid lipstick in Dirty Peach. And for Drugstore, Pinterest told me that this one from Maybelline, this is called Clay Crash, is a dupe. Here is what it looks like. Hopefully the camera is not washing that out. So let's do some side-by-side swatches first. Okay, no, they're definitely, as you guys can see, they are definitely not the same right now, but I'm going to wait for Dirty Peach to dry. So while I wait for that to dry, I'm gonna apply it on the lips. So I'm gonna go in with the Kylie one first and apply it to the right side of my face. And again, I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry. The Kylie one is still very, very wet. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys that they are not dupes. I'm gonna give this a thumbs down. They're not dupes to me. They are completely different colors and the swatches are pretty much dry already and the swatches don't look alike whatsoever. So nope, this is definitely not a dupe. All right, so for the last one, we are doing another Kylie liquid lipstick. So for high end, we're using this one. It's called True Brown K. And for the left side of my face, I'm using this one from ColourPop Cosmetics. This is called Limbo. Just by looking at them, they do kind of look similar. So I'm gonna swatch Kylie and then I'm gonna swatch Limbo. Oh wow, that is very similar. I am now very excited to put it on the lips. I'm applying the Kylie one first. And now I'm going to apply Limbo on the other side. Oh my gosh, these are so similar. All right, they're officially on my lips. And my final thoughts, these are definitely dupes. I'm gonna give it 2 big thumbs up. The colors are very spot on. If I had to nitpick, I will say that the Kylie one is a lot more pigmented than the ColourPop one. This one has a thinner formula than the Kylie one, but that's pretty much it. The colors are very, very spot on. You can barely, I can't even tell the difference, to be honest. They're very, very similar. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to come back in a few days for a brand new video. And do I have anything else to say? Nope, that's it. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon. Mwah, 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 mwah.